What's going on, guys? Ariane from Aquatics, and today we're gonna be talking about the 80-gallon fish tank. So let's get right into it. So yeah, as I said, we're gonna be talking about the 80-gallon fish tank, and we're gonna be changing things a bit on this tank. We're gonna be adding some things to aquascape this tank and for it to look a little bit better. So this is also gonna be some kind of a tutorial, and it's gonna be about mosses, like Java moss, peacock moss, Christmas moss, and all of that. So it's pretty much gonna be a tutorial on how to use it to aquascape your tank. So I want to glue to put some moss on top of this branch, so I'm gonna use some glue, and I'm gonna show you guys what type of glue is safe. Also, here are my swordtails and my mollies and my gourami. I love this guy so much. Yeah. But here we're gonna be using some moss to put on top of this piece of driftwood, so yeah. So I took out the piece of driftwood of the tank. I'm just gonna start with this piece, and I'm gonna maybe do some more, but it's this one that's really showing off more in this tank. It goes higher up than all the other ones, so I want to make a more natural looking fish tank. So here I have my piece of driftwood. One of the most important part is that the surface has to be kind of dry, so I'm gonna be drying the wood up and trying to make it not dry, but almost. You have to want it to take the water out as much as you can, and that's what I'm gonna be doing right now. So that's how my piece of wood is laid out in the tank. So I'm gonna be putting some moss right there, and I want it to look as natural as possible. So here it is. So for the glue, I'm gonna be using some Gorilla Glue. It's in gel format, so that's what you want to use, gel glue. And yeah, I'll show you guys the back. And that's pretty much all of it. So this is the one you want. And now we're gonna be going to grab some moss. So we're in my fish room, and I'm gonna be picking up this moss right here. So here I have my moss. I have way too much, but I'm gonna use this and then put the moss back in. So here is my moss. I'm gonna be picking it up and drying the parts that I'm gonna be using. So I'm drying the moss so that it's gonna stick a little bit better, and I'm gonna remove the rocks from the moss. So for this part, I'm gonna be using gloves because the glue will dry instantly on your skin. It's really not good for you, so I'm gonna be using some gloves. And yeah, what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be gluing some moss, and also you have to put a lot of moss because the glue is gonna turn a bit white when it's dried up. So I made the mistake in my other tank, and I have some white pieces in the wood. Of course the moss is gonna grow and it's gonna look better, but yeah. So you have to shake very well this bottle before you use it, and then you want to tap so you make the glue go down in the output. Sorry it is, guys, you just start by putting some glue and you just put the moss over top and you let it dry off. I didn't add enough glue, but yeah, you let it dry off, and as you guys can see, it stuck to my skin instantly. So that's why you want to use gloves. As you guys can see, I have some glue all over my hands, but that's pretty much the look I want to get. I'm gonna be using some more And that's pretty much how it works, guys. You put the moss and should have took another type of moss because there's some pebbles in it from the tank I added in, but it's just taking way longer to take the pebbles off. There's also other ways to glue to stick some moss on your decor. You can use some fishing string and other things, type of strings, and some of them even dissolve in the water long term, so you won't have any string left. But me, I want to use the glue because I think that's the better option. It's a personal opinion, but yeah, that's how I see it. So as you guys can see, it's getting white a little bit. The glue is drying up and it's leaving a little white film, so that's why you want to add more moss. I think I didn't even add enough. We're gonna see when we put it back in the water, but yeah, we're gonna be doing this part now. Just want to make it a little bit natural looking, so I'm just gonna start with these with this piece of wood, and if I like the look of it overall, since it's the piece of wood that's the more showing in the tank, I'm gonna be able to see if I like it or not. It's taking so much time, guys. If you want to do that, use a glue that doesn't use a moss that doesn't have pebbles in it, because I'm doing a mess right now on my table. Even though I'm trying to get all the pebbles off, as you guys can see, there's still some left. Hey guys, about the Tigan fish tank, I told you last video, if you didn't see, go watch it, but I told you last video, this tank leaked. The fluval canister tubes broke out, and it leaked water all over my floor and down to my basement. So I had to remove all the fish for safety, and I didn't put the dojo loaches back because I want a really calm environment, and I think the loaches are a little bit too excited for some of the fish I want to put in. But of course, in the future, I'd like to give my loaches the best environment possible, which means colder water. But for now, they're still in my tropical tank. But they're doing amazing. It's a 110 gallon, and they're having a lot of swimming space. So I can't add new plants that don't have roots, because my loaches would just uproot them all the time. So this took me way longer than expected, just because of the freaking pebbles of gravel. I've been doing this for 30 minutes. So yeah guys, this is why you wear gloves. I don't know if you guys can see, it's really stiff glue. But yeah, that's why you want to wear gloves. But I'm pretty much done. It's a pretty nice looking piece. I'm gonna let it dry for maybe 5 or 10 minutes before I add it to the tank. So here is my piece of driftwood. I'm gonna be picking it up, and we're gonna be going upstairs again. So we're back, guys. You guys can see at some spots that it's white. It's better than last time. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a lot of white spot in this one. It was my first attempt. This is my second attempt. Of course, it's gonna grow a little bit more, but you guys can see it's getting white a bit. But after it grows back, it's gonna look better. But if you guys don't want to have this type of look, just put more moss. So yeah. Here it is in the tank, guys. As you guys saw, I put a bit too much glue, but it's gonna grow back and the white stuff is gonna be gone. That's the technique I use to glue my moss on top of my surfaces that I want. If you have time and not fish like me that would play with it, you can just put it there and it will automatically after a few days connect to it, and it should not really move if you don't have fish like I do, which is some Bristol nose, some super red, and yeah, that's pretty much the look of the tank. We're gonna be doing a little montage of that, and I hope you guys like the video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below, as well as follow me on Instagram and follow every single one of you that follows me on there. But yeah, let's roll the montage.